The demographic is shifting. You know, I've been talking about this for 20 years. The tsunami of silver that's hitting America. Over 50% of the population is going to be women over the age of 40 who are mixed race, browner. The graying of America, the browning of America. So this experiment, this idea called democracy, it's an idea whose time has finally come. And we are seeing it. We saw it this week in Georgia. And despite the horrors, and they have been horrible, of the last 24 hours and, of course, the last 4 years, in some ways that's been the marble to continue to wake up the David, to bring forth a renaissance, because we're coming out of the dark ages. We are coming out of medieval ages, and we are entering a renaissance. And I think we're just at the beginning of that. And what happened in Georgia, a Jew and a black man representing the state of Georgia. You know, I'm remembering growing up in Greenville, South Carolina in the late 1960s and the early 70s, the daughter of a Holocaust survivor, you know, watching him suffer daily the pain of otherness, and my mother's stalwart cool as a way of dealing with it. And, you know, I witnessed it when people would come up to him in very thick, venomous Southern accents, asking him, "Where are you from?" You know. And he would say, "I'm from Greenville, South Carolina," you know. And he would add on the Polish accent almost and roll his R's. But what he was saying was, "I'm from here. I'm an American citizen. I am America." And I learned a lot from witnessing that bravery in the midst, you know, right in the center of his suffering. He was so courageous in his actions. So Stacey Abrams, you know, man, she's a profile in courage and commitment. We've witnessed, you know, 10 years behind the scenes, making it happen. And, you know, just God, what a great example for all of us of just really what it means to identify what your mission is. She saw in the microcosm of Georgia, the macrocosm of American injustice and inequality, and just set, you know, one foot in front of the other. She just set about doing what was necessary day after day, small victory after small victory that accumulated. And that's what it is, right? It's commitment on a daily basis, victory after victory, you know, the challenge, victory, day after day, and the accumulation of it. It's a cumulative effect, what we saw in Georgia. You all know that I believe that art is, you know, at the center of transforming society. And I really believe that artists are activists and deeply believe in the capacity of an artist to affect change in the world. And what it takes on a daily basis for an artist to really face the mirror through storytelling and through the aspects of self that you meet, you know, that inner multiple cast of selves that you meet part after part. So every story after story after story. So I'm very excited about the adventure moving forward this year. I think that, you know, we can't put that back in the bottle. The tsunami has started. And the impossible is possible. We have Reverend Warnock and Mr. Ossoff and Stacey Abrams and a multitude of others to really look back on over and over again as examples of how we can, through daily action, transform what seemed impossible. Certainly it seemed impossible to me in the 70s in South Carolina. It seemed impossible that we would have a black man and a Jewish man representing Georgia. But it is possible through daily action, through committed action, through showing up, through really identifying what you believe needs to change in the world. And then, of course, as Gandhi said, being the change that you wish to see. I'm very much looking forward to that adventure with all of you in this year of commitment and transforming the impossible into the possible.